What's poppin', y'all? I am super duper excited to talk about this show. I've been binging this show the last couple weeks. I started trying to watch The Valley a couple months ago, but I just got distracted and did not finish it. I started binging it a couple weeks ago. Just finished watching it yesterday. This show is good. It's good. It's ghetto. Like, it's a bunch of white people, but it's ghetto. And one black girl, Jasmine. But I love this show. It's entertaining. I know what season 2 is about to bring. I wish I was recapping the show because season 1 has so much to talk about, which we can talk about it in a minute. What my thoughts are on the characters that are in this show. I just finished filming my $1 Million Secret review, so that's why I said the game. But in this show, there's a lot of characters that I don't like. I can count on one hand how many characters that I like in this show. And we'll get to it. But I'll give y'all my thoughts in a minute. But I'm really doing this now because I'm going to recap season 2 starting next Tuesday, I believe it is. So yeah, I just want to get y'all ready, alert. I'm going to be here. Make sure to thumbs up the video, drop a comment down below, subscribe if you're new to get this in the algorithm because we're going to try and get to talking about season 2. Because season 1 was good. I would have had so much to say about season 1. I still got a lot to say about season 1, but we'll elaborate as the season goes on. But yeah, we're going to watch this trailer. I'm going to give you my thoughts on what I see and the cast. And yeah, we're going to get into it. Let's go.
This season on The Valley. Hey, baby.
Yeah. What did you do? What the?
We be the catch of my lifetime, baby. Who would have thought Kristen and Luke have the best relationship out of all?
Jax has been seeing people. He had a girl staying here at the house again last night. There is a song on my bathroom sink. Yeah, it's like, why was there a baby wipe on top of it?
She wiped her vagina, and it's on your counter.
It's a new Moby Dick for Brittany.
$20 to start Christmas on me.
Y'all are weird as You're mean to my friend. I think you're toxic. I think you're a narcissist. And I'm happy I don't have to deal with you.
Well, this gave me a good laugh, so thank you for that.
Scrotox. Let's frickin' shoot your balls up. Hi, Mr. Kochi, you've been served.
I already told him filing, restraining order, and custody.
I'm at the point where I'm so in love with the man I want to become that I just am not satisfied with who I am anymore.
Michelle admitted that she cheated on me.
I have evidence that she's sleeping with a billionaire for $200 a night.
Did you not cheat?
You. When Jason goes out, he takes his wedding ring off.
There's been background of Danny getting wasted and pansy and inappropriate.
Sorry, baby.
I love you.
Put your head right in my boobs.
Well, that's where I want it to be. That's what comforts.
You're exhausting. You give Karen energy, and I'm done with it. My husband's not the one out here grabbing asses.
Wow.
You.
What happened?
Janet,
What's your face?
you're drunk.
Well, she's a hooker, so it's fine.
I'm the mother of your child.
This is why I feel crazy 24/7. I've never blacked out and hurt my friends.
I can't take it. I want to scream.
You don't know what I come from. We had to get cans out of trash cans to pay rent. I had to sit in my car at the parking lot where I work.
He has people watching me.
I want this so much. My husband's in rehab.
You have to attack me because you're going through something.
Michelle and I are the most sane people in this whole house right now.
Yes, I'm going through some shit. I just want you to be there for me. That's all I want, Kristen.
To reason it's crazy Kristen, not crazy Janet.
I'm done with them.
Don't make me knock your ass out.
Knock me out.
You're a fan, bitch.
I was terrible husband. Good father, great father. Terrible husband. Yeah.
Man, I am excited. I'm excited. This cast, we're going to talk about each individual person real quick. Kristen, we'll talk about Kristen and Boo. Kristen, I was not a fan of her on Vanderpump Rules. The racial stuff that she did But on this show, this particular show, The Valley, when it comes to the way they spent all last season trying to gaslight everybody, even though Kristen, she lies. So it's like, it's kind of hard to give her leeway. But I feel like a lot of last season, they tried to gaslight the group into excluding Kristen from the picture because Kristen was holding on to some truths that she could have revealed, which we saw all season last season with Michelle. Michelle's body language, the way she was acting, screamed guilty. It screamed like when Kristen was like, I'm protecting you. Basically, I'm withholding information that could end up fucking up your life. That screamed like, okay, well, Michelle is not all what she's trying to make everybody appear that she is, or make everybody appear to believe that she is. And Kristen got the brunt of it, but it all came to a head because we all knew that Michelle was cheating on Jesse. But we'll get to that in a minute. But Luke, I don't really have an issue with Luke. Luke does what he should in a relationship. Like, he defends Kristen. That's his girlfriend. As we see here, he proposes to her. But, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do when it comes to your woman. You're supposed to protect your woman. But these two, I'm excited to see what happens this season with them. Because these two were, like, painted as the villains last season. And truth be told, I don't feel like Kristen and Luke were the villains of last season. We'll get to the villains of last season. But they tried to make these two out to be the villains. Brittany, not a fan of her. Not a fan of her. I can't stand the way she acts. She acts like she's a victim. The way she was all last season, the majority of last season, she had me agreeing with Jax of all people. Like, when it came to, like, the drinking and stuff, the things that she was doing, that she knows the side effects that happens when it comes to her doing certain things. She kept doing it and then tried to act like a victim and act like he was wrong for saying what he was saying. Like, when she wanted to sit and talk about Kristen when he was trying to get the business off the ground. And she's sitting there snatching his phone saying, well, you're not paying attention to me because I'm trying to get the business off the ground and you want to sit here and talk about Kristen. Don't nobody care about that. There are greater and bigger things to worry about. Brittany's very childish. She's very childish. We'll see how this season goes for her. But yeah, I'm not a fan of her either. But we'll move on to, where is Jax? I could have sworn I saw Jax in here. Hold on, y'all. Because I'm trying to get to all of the cast. Let's just keep it moving real quick. Let's see. Because we're going to talk about Michelle in a minute. Because I got some. Okay, Jesse. And it's funny because they ain't put Jesse and Michelle together. Because as we know, they're not together. And they shouldn't have been together. Jesse and Michelle. We're going to talk about Michelle too since we talk about Jesse. I don't like either one of them either. Either one of them. Like, she's dead ass wrong for doing him the way she did. It was clear last season that she did not like him. She wasn't physically attracted to him. And you can tell she just did not like him as a person. That did not like him as a person, I can see why. Jesse, something was wrong about him. Something about him just gave off like DV. Like, something about that. He just gave off a very abusive quality. Like, the way he snapped at people, he has a short fuse. He's not a likable person. If you ask me, the traits that I saw last season, I didn't like him. I did not like him. With all that being said, though, when you're in a relationship with somebody, in a marriage with somebody, cheating on somebody, just in a relationship, period, cheating on somebody, that's the worst thing that you could do. If you knew you didn't like him and she knew she didn't like him, she knew all last season that she did not like him. She knew all last season that she did not want to be with him. She knew, according to Kristen, she was entertaining men the year before. So she been knew that she didn't want nothing to do with Jesse. I feel like she's trying to put on this show like she was trying to keep the family together, even though last season she didn't even look like she was even trying to keep their family together. He was the one that was trying the hardest to keep their family together. She didn't like him, and it's clear as day why, because she was dealing with other people. Like, they even had sex on the show, and he even ended up saying, like, whenever we had sex, the energy was just not there. You could tell that she was physically there, but mentally she was not there with me. And that is a sign. Like, all the signs were right there in front of Jesse, and he just he chose to not see it. You could tell he knew what was going on, but he chose to not see it. But they're not together now, and it looks like it's going to get real messy later on in the season. But Jax, not a fan of Jax either. I don't like him as a person either. But Jax, like I said, Jax had a lot of moments last season where I agree with him more than I did with Brittany. with all that being said, though, Jax still, he's messy. Like, he does things that is not necessary, but then in some instances it was. Like, him pushing the issue that Kristen had brought to him, apparently she brought to him, but apparently he's the one that was spread. It's Kristen and Jax, we know they're liars. We know they're liars. But him bringing that mess about Michelle to the forefront, it needed to happen. It needed to happen because she would have continued to sit there and play in Jesse's face. But it needed to happen. Jax, that's the thing. A lot of these people have storylines, which is why this season's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. I'm ready to see how him and Brittany navigate this divorce situation they got going on. But we'll see. Let's move to, I think, Nia and Danny are next. Are they going to... Hold on, let me just play it. Because I feel like I'm missing stuff. First of all, Lala, why is she... Keep the... I know Vanderpump Rules is going in a different... they're going in a different direction with the cast. It's going to be a whole new cast. I don't want to see Lala on here. I don't want to see Sheena on here. I don't want to see Katie on here either. Like, keep it as the cast that is. Okay, Danny and Nia. This was my favorite couple last season. But Nia is probably the only... Nia and Jasmine are probably the only two people that I genuinely can say I actually really like. Like, Nia, I feel like Nia is she's the least messy person on the show. You could tell she's a good person. I hated last season seeing her go through all that depression, the postpartum, all of that she was going through. And you could tell Danny was trying his best to cope with it. But towards the end of the season, like Danny, and you could tell Danny, I don't want to say Danny's not he's a present parent. He is. It's clear he's a present parent, but having that many kids, you could tell it just got over. Like, it just got over his head. Like, certain people don't realize what they're doing until it happens. And having so many kids, that's a lot of responsibility. And with y'all being in a marriage, y'all both being parents, you're going to have to equally distribute that. And with her having postpartum and dealing with her depression, he's going to have to step in and help her out. But as we see here, it seems like there's a lot of... They're involved in more drama this season than last, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see because, for the most part, these two were not really super involved in a lot of the drama, especially Nia. But we'll see. We'll see. But like I said, I like Nia. Danny, I liked Danny, but we'll see if that stays the same. But wild. Wild, wild, wild. Like I said, I don't like Brittany. Jax, let's see. Where's Jasmine at? Because I know Jasmine... I think Janet. Oh, I don't like her. You want to talk about the villain? She was the villain of the season. It was clear as day. Clear as day. Do not like her at all. I do not like her at all. Jason, I feel like Jason we didn't really get to see too much from Jason. Jason was there, but it's just like he wasn't really a focal point. We'll see this season, but Janet is the messiest person on the show, without a doubt. Everything that Kristen was pretty much saying, Zack was pretty much stating. I like Zack too. Zack, like what they were saying, she was the one, and it was clear as day. She was the one that was starting everything, especially in that finale episode when they were at Jax's opening for his bar. Every time somebody confronted her about some shit she did, what did she do? She got up and left. And her crew of men that's around her that are equally as messy as she is, like, she's the villain of the show. She's the villain, and she tries to hide her hands. She tries to gaslight people. Yes, she was pregnant in the moment, and it's not good to be making a pregnant woman stressed, but she's doing that to herself because she's starting the shit. You can't just start the shit and then expect people to not address it because you're pregnant. Don't like her at all. It seems like her and Nia are getting into it this season, which I'm 1,000% sure she's the reason why. She's the reason why. But Jasmine, I think Jasmine's the only one that we haven't talked about yet. I like Jasmine. I feel like she's the middle woman. Like, she's, by association, she sometimes get herself involved in the mess because she's friends with everybody. She's trying to make everything work. But I like Jasmine. And I think that's it. Did I talk about everybody? I think I talked about everybody. I just talked about Zack too. I like Zack. Michelle, I already talked about her. I don't like her at all. Like, no. No. But that's all I got to say. And I'm all over the place because I do better when I have notes and my thoughts written out. But yeah, that's what I got to say about the season. I'm excited for the season to start next week. If you're new, please go ahead and thumbs up the video. Drop a comment down below. Subscribe if you are new. And I will see y'all next week, next Tuesday. I'm going to drop them every single night. But I'll see y'all then. Peace.